Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back. Today, I want to talk about whether you should respond to your ex's text if they don't say anything significant. If you've heard some of my other videos or podcasts, then you may know that I believe that you should not respond to an ex's text or call if you are in no contact if they don't say anything significant, meaning that they just say, hey, or how are you, or just checking in on you, just to make sure you're okay, something like that. So I have an email I'm going to go through, and I will let you know what my thoughts are. But before I do that, I want to remind you to be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. And while you're at it, tap the bell icon so you'll be notified when a new video is up. All right, so this guy says, I was extremely desperate during the breakup and let her push my boundaries. I think he means buttons, but who knows. I wished her the best and told her if she would ever change her mind to contact me so we could rekindle things unless I'm no longer single or interested. So I know that the popular school of thought out there at the moment is that you should say, if you change your mind, let me know. I disagree. I mean, do you really think that if someone changes their mind, that they're not going to contact you? It's like, well, I changed my mind. I want to be with him again, but he didn't tell me to contact him if I changed my mind, so I guess I can't contact him. I mean, come on. You don't need to tell someone to contact you if they change their mind. Of course they're going to contact you if they change their mind. And by saying that, it's almost like you're sitting around waiting, even though you say, oh, if I'm still single or interested. Yeah, but the fact that you said, if you change your mind, means that you, in your mind, are leaving space for them to come back. So you don't want to do that. Okay, continuing on. I went into no contact 33 days, and she hit me up with a, hey. Yep, here we go, with that very insignificant text, hey. I listened to too many love coaches, and some say ignore. Yes, that would be me. Others say if you don't reply, they will get over you or become mad. All right, so I understand there's conflicting information on many things regarding getting an ex back, and this is one of them. So what do you do when one coach says one thing, when another coach says another thing? Besides obviously looking at the credentials of the coach to see, are they really a coach? Do they really know what they're doing? What have they done in the past? Did they just hop on YouTube and start making videos, or have they actually done things many, many years beforehand? And if you go to my website, theartoflove.net, you'll see that I've been doing this for a long, long time. I had a TV show, a radio show, podcast, blah, 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 blah. But besides that, then you also want to think logically. Yeah, I know it's hard to believe that a woman can think logically. Haha. So ask yourself, is it logical that someone misses you, realizes they made a mistake, wants to get back with you, and they send you a hey, and you don't respond, and so they say, well, forget it. They didn't respond to hey, so I'm never contacting them again. Even though I want them back, even though I made a mistake, I'm never going to contact them again. I'm mad. No. They understand that you are upset with the breakup, and that's probably why you're not responding to hey. And also they know that the hey shows very little effort, that they're not putting much effort in. They're just kind of dipping their toe in the water. They know it, that you probably require something a little more significant, but they're going to try to get away with the minimum possible. And if someone is interested, if they realize that you're not going to fall for minimum effort, then they will wait a few days, a few weeks, and hit you up again. All right? If they get angry with you, or if they get over you just because you didn't respond to their hey, then they really weren't interested in getting back with you. Then that just means that they were feeling guilty. That's why they reached out. They wanted to see if they still had access to you. They were just curious to see what you were up to. Or an even bigger issue would be they have a personality disorder, meaning either narcissism or borderline personality disorder, which means you have a bigger issue on your hand. Because someone who broke up with you and then they send you a hey and you don't respond, and their attitude is, oh, well, you didn't respond to me, well then F you. I'm never contacting you again. Goodbye. I mean, does that sound healthy? Does that sound normal? Does that sound mentally stable? Not really. So you don't have to worry about someone getting angry if you don't respond to a hey, because if they do, then you're probably better off without them, or this is not the time to talk to them because they are not humble as I say they need to be. It's almost like someone shoots you and they wound you, and so you run away, and then they come running after you and they're like, hey, let me bandage those wounds for you. And you're like, no, get away from me. And you're like, what? You're not going to let me bandage your wounds even though I shot you? How dare you? Well, F you. It's kind of the same thing. I know it's an extreme example, but that's what's happening. First, someone breaks up with you, so they wound you, so you go away, and now they come looking for you, and you don't want to talk to them, and they get mad at you? Does that make sense? That they are upset with you just because you won't respond to them when they broke up with you? So I hope I'm making a strong case here for not responding to something insignificant. Okay, continuing on with the email. I fell for this, unfortunately, so I sent back hey after a day. She was online during that time but ignored me and started to post things on Facebook and posted stories, which she did every time we had a fight or she broke up with me. Normally she doesn't post that stuff. She wrote, actually, I don't text anyone. If I text you, you're special. Shut up. She does this to trigger me, so I'll hit her up desperately, which I won't. Well, that's the problem. In allowing her to trigger you, you've taught her that if she wants to get your attention, all she has to do is post something and you'll come running because you can't control yourself when you're triggered. So unfortunately, you taught her to treat you that way, and so she's using it. Luckily, you didn't respond this time. And so she's playing games here. It's like, just because you took a day to respond, her attitude is, how dare you take a day to respond to me, even though I broke up with you. You must respond within a few hours, otherwise I will punish you. That's pretty much what she's thinking. Okay, so my question is, will she hit me up again? Yeah, probably. I know you teach us that if it's nothing significant, you should ignore. Absolutely. But am I also allowed to reply that I'm not interested in these games, and that if she likes to be honest and tell me something, I'm willing to listen, but otherwise I'd rather not want her to contact me again. Is this okay? No, it's not. You, by doing that, you're showing way too much interest because you are putting too much effort and energy into communicating with her when all she did was say, hey. It's like she says, hey, and then you come back with, well, if you're going to play games, la 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 la. It's like, oh, okay. No, you have to match equally. So you do not put all that effort into communicating at this point, because that's not where she is. If she's just going to hit you up with a hey, then she thinks that you're easy to get back or that you're going to respond. So by not responding, then you're going to show her that you're not going to play games and that she's going to have to put more effort in. So you teach people how to treat you through your actions, not your words, because anyone can say anything, but then if you contradict it with your actions, they're going to believe your actions more than your words. Okay, so I hope I've clarified now the fact that if someone does not say something significant when you've been in no contact and they finally reach out to you, you do not respond for those reasons. And if they're interested, they will hit you up again. Don't worry. It's not the last time. I've seen it time and time again. So if you've received a message from your ex that was not significant, then I would like to hear what it was. And you can post that in the comments. And in the meantime, if you are going through a breakup and you'd like my help personally with coaching, you can contact me at theartoflove.net. The direct link is below. If you're listening on YouTube, remember to like and subscribe. If you're listening on iTunes, I would appreciate if you would rate and review the podcast. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.